Alright, what is going on, guys? First video in quite a while. This is not the video that I wanted to be making to start the new year, but I am tired of being a consumer of content, and I want to getting, I want to get back to being a producer of content. So if you can tell by the title of this video, trading is hard. Trading is the hardest thing that I've ever done. Trading is by far the hardest thing that you will ever experience. If you are watching this video, and I've been struggling with my own trading, and that's why I'm making this video. So I've been trading for 2 years, and I don't have the monetary success that I want to have. I've been trading for 2 years and I don't have the monetary success that I want to have. And right now I'm at a mental roadblock, and I'm not doing good with my own trading. And it simply comes down to the fact that I'm trying to force it to happen. This is the original reason why I stopped making videos in the first place, is because I wasn't where I wanted to be with my own trading in terms of payout wise. Because dude, I'm not getting payouts. I'm not, and that's the truth. And that's why I stopped making videos in the first place, is because I felt like a fraud in a way. Hold on. I wasn't selling anything or anything like that, but I feel like a fraud in a way because I was producing these videos and people were learning from my content and literally messaging me that they were turning profitable, making money from my videos, and that my videos have helped them so much. But in reality, when it comes to me, I wasn't having success, and the reason for that is because I was trying to force success to happen on my own timeline. And long story short, I wasn't trading props the right way. I know that now. But over time, since quitting making videos and just trying to dial in on my own trading, it's just been this huge mental block, mental hurdle that has developed in terms of actually pulling money from these markets, because I kept telling myself, I'll come back to trading once, I'll come back to making videos once I have X amount of dollars made from the markets or whatever it was. And I also want trading to work so bad. And I know if you're watching this video, you can relate to that. Trading is my way out. Trading is freedom. It's really not about the monetary status, the monetary number that would come with getting payouts. It's the fact that it represents freedom. It represents freedom from the shackles of this corrupt system that is so normalized nowadays. And I don't I never want to find myself working a typical 9 to 5 job. Okay, I know I will never be satisfied, never have true happiness with that sort of lifestyle. And so what is the way out of that? It's making money online, and the best way I know how to do that is through trading. And unfortunately, things just haven't been working out. And it's all due to me. It's due to me. I am the reason that things aren't working out. And I'm the problem. And trading is hard, man. It's hard. So yeah, like I said, I'm not getting payouts right now. And it all comes down to that mental hurdle that I've sort of created for myself. I've had several XFAs since quitting making content that I've blown. I've passed several accounts, gotten to like a trade away from being able to get a payout, and just spiraled countless, 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 countless times. And yeah, that's I'm just coming out and making this video so that I know people can relate to me, because trading is hard. It's the hardest thing. Like I said, it's the hardest thing that you are doing. It's the hardest thing that I will ever go through. And I know somebody, or not just somebody, I know there's countless people going through the exact same situation as me right now, with the lack of success. And I've never genuinely felt like I wanted to quit trading more in my life, than right now. Like I said, I kept telling myself that I would come back once I get once I get these certain amount of payouts, whatever, make certain amount of dollars from the market, I'll come back to making videos. I came into the new year with 2 fresh XFAs loaded up. New year, new me, ready to get after it. I'm going to get these payouts, and then I'm going to start making videos again. And what do you know? As recently, I blew them both. The last one being as recently as yesterday. And, looking back at the trade, it's like, it's not even my strategy that's losing. It's the cope. It's the cope setups. It's the emotions on the charts. It's taking things that don't even align with my strategy. And I know you can relate to this. Those are the trades. You look back on it because, keeping a journal, it's like that is why I am not finding success. It's not because of my trading ability. It's because I can't handle my emotions when I'm on the charts. And it's where the rule breaking comes from. But it all stems from the fact that I've put so much pressure on myself, and I feel like I have so much pressure on myself to succeed. Like I said, because trading is freedom. That's what it is to me. So and the thing about it is, I know how possible trading can be. It is so possible. It is so possible. There are countless people making it work. And I am physically no different than those people who find success with trading. You watching this video are physically no different than your favorite influencer who's pulling crazy amounts of money from the markets and having crazy amounts of success. There's nothing physically different between us. The only difference between those people, the people who succeed with this and with any skill in life, is the fact that they never gave up. They never gave up. So as much as I want to roll over and quit, and as bad as I feel about myself and as sorry for myself as I may feel, there's no other option but to keep going. And it's crazy because I remember talking to some of these people and seeing some of these people a year ago and feeling like I was in a much better position than them, and they have passed me by exponentially. It is insane. And what's the difference between me and them? There's nothing other than the fact that they never gave up. They had delusional confidence in themselves, and they produced inputs relentlessly regardless of the outcome. Delusional confidence and relentless inputs no matter the outcome. So what am I to do? I hate where I am in life. So with that being said, although I'm not where I want to be, I'm coming back to making videos to document the process because, like I said, I know there's other people out there who can relate to exactly where I am in life with my own trading. And I want to be that raw, authentic light. There's only a couple people in this space who are truly raw and authentic. One of them being, if you're watching this video, you probably know who he is, and he's kind of inspired me to come back to making content, is Diego Barrera Trades. I don't know how to say his last name. Probably the most raw and authentic person on trading YouTube. And literally, that's a prime example. I remember seeing his videos, respectfully, no hate. I had more subscribers than him at the time, and respectfully, I felt my trading knowledge was past his, and he was struggling, and he wasn't getting payouts at the time. And look back at it now, he has, what, 8K on YouTube, 7K on YouTube. He just pulled like his first 10K month. And at one point, I feel like I was so much better than him, whether that was correct of me or not. Respectfully, I feel like my knowledge was past him, and it's like, what happened? What's wrong with me? And the truth is, there's nothing wrong with me. It's just all up here, and that's all trading is. It's all up here. Another example, I remember not texting, I remember DMing Jack. I don't know, I just know him by Jack. I remember DMing him on YouTube. Not on YouTube, I remember DMing him on TikTok when he had just a few hundred followers. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I remember talking with him, and I could tell he had a good mindset about stuff, about just producing content and trading. And it was like, you know what, I can tell like this guy he's gonna make it. And I was in a better position than him when I was messaging him. And then look back at it now, he's pulling 30K months. He's now mentoring people. He's astronomically ahead of me right now. And so it's really hard, especially with comparison, because it just brings the thoughts of like, what is wrong with me? Why am I not there? Why am I not finding success? And the truth is, it's all up here. Like I said, I've put so much pressure on myself to try to succeed, and that's been the ultimate detriment to myself and to my trading and to my lack of success. And it all comes down to the actions that I'm taking every single day on the charts. And that is the hard part about trading, is it's a game of you versus you. But I know if other people are making it work, that I can too, because there's nothing different between me and the next guy. There's nothing that separates. There's nothing different about us. The only difference is they never gave up. So why would I give up right now after all this time that I put to developing the skill? Why would I give up? I can't. The only option at this point is to have that delusional confidence for myself and to have and produce relentless inputs no matter the outcome. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to document every single step of the way on my come up. I'm going to show you every single trade that I take. I'm going to be the light. If you're watching this and you can relate to this video, I'm going to inspire you. You're going to know that it's possible watching these videos. Because it's possible. It's so possible. It's so possible. I'm not getting payouts. I'm not. So yeah, that's the reason that I haven't been making videos. Because I'm not having success. But I want this so bad. After 2 years, I don't have payouts. making videos. There's nothing wrong with my technical ability to read the charts. Like I said, people have literally learned from me and messaged me and told me that I've helped them be profitable, gotten them X amount of payouts, and it all comes down to the actions that I'm taking every single day on the charts. Like I said, look back at my journal. I'm failing because of my emotions. And like I said, just put so much pressure on myself to succeed, and that's why I'm not where I am right now. That's why I'm not where I want to be. But I'm gonna keep documenting this thing, and I have big goals. Still have big goals. My ultimate goal is to be able to help people who are struggling just like me right now. But the change starts with me. It starts with me, and it starts with the habits that I build on a day-to-day basis, coming into the market and doing what I know I need to be doing. And so I'm hoping that coming back to making these videos is going to help me build that discipline up again. I also want to, like I said, document everything, to be a light, to be one of those positive reinforcements. So right now, current payout status is 0. I don't even want to know how much money I'm down on these prop accounts. And yes, in the past, the titles of my videos have been making X $1,500 on trades, and that's not a lie. Like, I've been on live accounts and I've executed trades on live accounts, documented on this channel, but I've never gotten to the stage of taking a payout because, like I said, it's become such a huge mental block that every time I get close, I just crumble. And previously, I wasn't trading prop firms the right way. There's a certain way to go about trading props, and I was not doing that. I was trading such a little amount of capital on my account, and the reason the dollar amounts were so high on those trades is because I was also trading 150K accounts. I was going about prop firms the totally wrong way. And had I been going and trading prop firms the right way back then, maybe I wouldn't even be here right now. Maybe I would be so far ahead of where I am right now. But guess what? I'm not. And it's just a snowball that's snowballed and snowballed and got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I look up and I'm stuck in this huge hole, it feels like. But with that being said, going to be documenting the process from here on out, back to creating. I hope to inspire people, because I'm struggling, and there's so many people that I know that are struggling too. So please relate to me and know that it's possible, because I'm telling you that it's possible, and I'm going to show you that it's possible. I'm going to show you that it's possible, okay? So, like, just blew those XFAs that I had to start the year. I'm going to pull up Top Step because I did take a trade today back on a new account. So in the eval stage on this account, if I can put this over there, and it's so discouraging, but it is what it is. And like I said, this is not the video that I wanted to be putting out to start the year. It's not, and it's so humbling, and it's discouraging and humbling, and but I have no other option. right? I can't continue to sit back and not do anything about it. So here we go. 50K combine, halfway past today. And this is another part of the fact that I wasn't trading props the right way and actually exploiting them, how you should be exploiting them to actually. I wasn't trading them the right way because I would have never. I was wasting so much time on evals as well in the past. So halfway past this eval, risking half the account on this trade right here this morning. Market opened right here. Let me know if y'all mess with these new chart colors. I don't know if I'm going to keep chart colors like this or go back to the classic black and white that I have had. So let me know. I think the black is pretty appealing to the eye, or it's easier on the eye in terms of making content. But regardless, let's get into the trade. Coming into the day, higher time frames are all bullish. Daily was pretty overextended, and we had this daily fair value gap down here that we potentially retrace to. There was also this big, it was this big 1 hour wick down here. So I was kind of in between, bullish, bearish. I could go either way. I have targets up here and I have a target down here. So I wanted to let the lower time frame structure tell me what was going to happen, and I saw that we had these bullish imbalances coming into the morning, and the 1 hour chart was starting to fade a little bit. So I was leaning bearish with potential to target these highs up here if we just wanted to displace and go take those out, but I was leaning bearish. We had this swing low right here and this swing low right here, and what do you know? Market opens, we hold this 15-minute fair value gap right here. We wick into it and immediately get bearish reactions. The first candle of market open was a big wick. Market open candle, come into the 15-minute, huge rejection wick. The next candle opens, we come back up and get an even bigger rejection wick and come all the way back down and close below the opening candle, closing below this opening candle after we closed here. Oh, my dogs. Okay, so yeah, closing below that low right there basically told me, okay, we're gonna come at, dude, my dogs. It basically told me that we're gonna come down to this low, and yeah, waited for a pullback in order to get a 1-to-1 risk to reward, because I had to have my stop above this wick up here. So once we got that pullback, entered, and then price flushed to the drawn liquidity lower. So that was the trade that I took. And then we also continue to flush down, and I've gotten away from trying to zoom into the seconds charts a little bit, just because overall I've been trying to simplify my own trading. But it's like when price is flushing like this at this point in time, looking at the 1 minute chart, like there's no doubt in my mind that we're coming down to this low right here, like because of that displacement. And so it's like, okay, once we pull back to this 1 minute, you know, you're so far, like you're not getting a trade unless you zoom into the seconds charts here, right? And so this is a thing I'm debating on whether or not I really want to implement it, but it's the exact, like, where is that price action? Right here. It's like there's nothing different. Like this is the internal model, right? We have the external draw lower. We then have displacement, pullback to a fair value gap. Then you zoom into that fair value gap, find the internal model. We had our market structure shift here, displaced, breaking structure, pull back to a fair value gap, entry, stop above the high. We then come down, break even at the internal low, and then we flush down lower to the external drawn liquidity. So this was something that I tape read and annotated in live time because, you know, I already took my one trade for the day. lock myself out, I was done for the day. But this is one of those things, like trading can be, I know the title of this video is trading is hard, but trading can be this simple. It can be as simple as having an external draw, waiting for displacement towards that external draw, pull back to a fair value gap in favor of the draw, and then however you want to confirm your entry, to confirm that we're going to hold this fair value gap, boom, we get that, and then you enter, break even at the internal low, take profit at the external. Or if the risk to reward, if you're zooming into the second starts, sometimes you'll get a 2-to-1 risk to reward, a 1.5 risk to reward at just the internal low, and you can just take that. But trading is as simple as that. And so, yeah, man. Anyways, it's like I can come on these accounts, these evals with, there's nothing on the table, like, and just trade and just not think about it and not have any emotions and execute flawlessly. And then when it comes to being on XFAs, and especially when I get close to that payout, in the past I've just crumbled and let the emotions get the better of me. But hey, I'm back to documenting the process. So hopefully we can get this account passed later this week and then back onto an XFA. So I guess I will see y'all guys tomorrow for a market recap. It feels good to be back. Like I said, not the kind of video that I wanted to be making to start the year, but it does feel good to be back. So I hope y'all can find some sort of value out of this. If you're struggling with your trading, you're not alone. Relate to me and know that it's possible, because you're going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. And there's going to be proof right here documented on this channel. So, yeah, man. I guess I will see y'all tomorrow in the market recap. Peace.